Hey guys, XXZ Halo, and this is going to be a new series called How to Bukkit for Nubs. So what we did here is we created a core class, and you know it's the main core class main class because it extends Java plugin. You can't have every class extend it or else it won't work because the plugin will try and enable itself and it's just gonna be bad. And then we created a public core plugin. Right, and then we created a public string main that looks pretty fancy, and then we made an onEnable method, and we had tutorial plugin loaded as a warning, and we're registering the listener. And then on disable, we're saying that it's disabled, and then it's have a getter and two getters right there. So that's it, just a basic core class or main class, whatever you want to call it. So after I created that, just create a class called player listeners, and here's what we're going to work on today. So the first thing you need to have in a player listener is @event handler, or actually for any listener, because it needs to know that we're dealing with an event here. Because without the @event handler, it's just like, what are you talking about? But with this, it's like, oh, okay, you're talking about event. So now we do public void on, and you can call it, you don't have to have on, you can just call this whatever you want. You can have pjoin. I like to have on join for simple reasons. Not on joy, not on jump, on join. And this is going to be a player join event. And I'm just going to call it E because E is shorter than typing event. So player, because we know it's a player that's joining. P is equal to E.getPlayer. Alright, so now that we have the player, what we can do is we can do p.sendMessage. People on Bukkit are about to cheer for me. Core.getPlugin, core.class, .main, plus chat color dot, let's do green, plus hey there, plus p dot get name, plus welcome to the server. Nice little basic message. And we'll also do p.play sound, and this is gonna be at the location of the player, so it'll be p.get location so they can hear it. And then we need to do a sound, and we'll do sound dot, we'll do a chicken egg pop, and we'll make it 600 and another 600. That's just the amp of the sound. I've never really noticed a difference, but I go with 600. That's just what I've always done. And to even make it cooler, we can add some fire effects. Fire is cool. So do p.play effect. And I'll get more in this later on. Effect.mob spawner flames. And again, 600. Alright. And it's going to be depreciated. Not really a problem. It's always going to be depreciated unless if you add I don't remember what it is, but it's like, let me see, depreciated. You gotta do something with the depreciated thing to make it not depreciated, but it doesn't really matter. It's still gonna work. So I didn't use static. People at Bukkit, please be happy with me on that. I know there's probably a better way to do this, but I'll cover constructors and all that later on. But that's the core class, that's the listener class. We already have it registered here. And we have a basic plugin.yml set up. So this is required. This is also required. And this is required. Author is not required. So the thing is, you gotta have this exactly what your plugin package is, so you can remind it's exact. If I if that was capital, the plugin would not work. It would say that it's not there, like it's not found, it's not there. But everything's correct, so we'll build that and we'll export that to the server. Whenever that's done, we'll load up and restart the server, and we'll test out the plugin. And we should hear a noise and a cool thing. It's parsing, so that means it's compiling everything using Java, blah blah blah. Alright, so we'll go in here and reload server. Alright, so you can see that it says the disable worked, it's disabling it, it's disabled, enabling, tutorial plugin loaded like I said, and let me stop working, and we'll minimize this, join localhost, and did you hear that? You may not have heard that, but there was in fact a pop, and I'll try and go on F3, I'll turn up my sound so you can hear it. Turn everything up real quick. Alright, listen. That pop. And you can see we don't have any errors. Now it's kind of difficult to see the fire particles, so let me do time night. I'll fix that in a second. Turn this down though. /time set night. And let's try and see the particles now. Did you see them? I saw them a little bit. It's pretty hard to see, but I'll try and pause it at that time. So, you know what? /time set 18500. There. We'll go down here where it's kind of dark, and then we'll see. See, I can kind of see it, but I promise that they're there and everything. So yeah, again, I'll go really quickly over the code. So we're spawning particles at the player's location. Mob spawner part flames to be exact. And we're using a sound of a chicken egg pop, so it makes that pop. And then we're instantiating player for P, and then we're sending them a message with the string of tutorial, and then we're saying hey there in green, and then we're saying their name, and then we're saying welcome to the server. And that's all we're doing for this. So that's a simple player join listener, and come around for the next episode when we get more in depth on this, and this series is going to be really fun. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.